Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're going to do a little box building, and I'm just going to show you how I put my boxes together. They're nothing special, but in case you're looking at how to do it, you need a little help doing that. So sit back, relax, and take a look at it. In the meantime, can't help but smile about that. So, enjoy us putting the boxes together. So, one thing that I've got to kind of get done is to, well, for one thing, I'm trying out a new mic. Hopefully the audio's better. We'll see. But one thing that I've got to get done is get some more boxes built. Had these sitting around for a while. I just got to put them together. I will typically just order boxes from like Daydant or someone of that sort, and this is how I put them together. And I got through a little bit more of a, I don't know how everybody else does it. I like to take and glue my boxes. So I'll glue this side, and these are just commercial grade boxes. They're nothing special. You'll notice I got the handhold to the outside there, and then I have to get one of the short sides. Make sure that's going to fit. Should. Yeah, we're good there. And I'm going to glue, in between here as well. So I'm just gluing the flats, and by the time I spread this from putting the box together, it'll get everywhere. So the trick I have found is that I only put 1 or 2 nails on each side until I get it all put together, and then I'll finish nailing it together. Now, I'm using these are common nails, also kind of referred to as brights, and so it's nothing, it's not galvanized or anything like that. Let's see if I can get my knee on there. They're fairly common nails. I'm using a 2-inch number 6 or a 6D nail, as if you're older and are in the carpentry stuff, you'll understand what a 6D is. So one nail in there, one started here. Gotta make, I'll have to get that one in a minute. Gotta make sure the nails started in the correct position. And in we go. So, 2 nails on that corner. So now we're going to flip that. We're going to go ahead and get the other end, the other short end put on. Now, there's only one way that this should go because the handle is like that, and if I put it this way, it's not going to fit, or it'll fit, the handle will be inside. So always double check the handle before you go nailing or gluing. So I'll get my glue on here. And hopefully the audio is a lot better now. Again, just going to glue this one end. I'm just going to glue this area here. And we're going to tap that in. Tap, 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 rat-a-tat, tap. Alright, and flip that up so we can hammer it down this way. Get that all fit together good. Now, again, 1 nail, and I'll go ahead and put 2 on this one because it's got a bigger gap here. Just to make sure we hold it together good. And then of course 1 in this direction. So, and then I'm going to kind of wipe up my glue while I'm here, just so it doesn't run down everywhere. Now, one place you got to be really careful is this top joint. If you notice, it's about half the thickness because that's where your frame's going to sit. You got to be real careful on that, not to mess that up. I've had several that have split, stuff like that. Put some glue on them, put them back together. They tend to be okay. Just be careful with it though. We're going to get some more glue here. And then glue this side as well. Alright. Now we get that put in there. And that one's just pushing right together without even really having to hammer on it. Let's see if this side will do the same. Now, we'll have to knock this out a little bit. And get my nail in on this side. And we'll flip it up and get this side put together. Alright, now got it all kind of fit together. Now it's time to actually, and I'm going to make sure that we're not too far off here. Our corners pretty much match up. So we're okay. So now it's time to continue on nailing in the rest of them. So, and I'm just gonna try to pay attention a little bit because there's some of these that need to be a little slightly more aligned, which may require me to push a little bit. But this top corner is one that I'm going to go ahead and get tacked in at one of the first nails that I'm going to add. And see, that one there, it just split. But we'll get it put in regardless. We'll put a little glue on it and try to seat it down better. This is kind of my night activity. I'll come out here and just spend a little bit of time enjoying the evening, putting together a couple of boxes each night. It's somewhat relaxing. You can see I've got 2 sitting up there. I've got 3 mediums sitting on the bottom. This will be another deep, so there'll be 3 deeps. I'll probably go ahead and put together at least 1 more, if not 2 more deeps tonight. And then this is on Friday, so probably tomorrow, unless it's raining, we'll try to paint these. And what I typically do on painting, and I don't know, this may be a little taboo to a lot of people that are, you know, the full natural beekeeping, but I use a good house paint to cover my boxes. And then on top of that, you'll notice there's some color there. I just take a rattle can of paint and I paint them. Not putting it on the inside of the box, just covering the outside, maybe a little bit on the edge of overspray. But I just like to have the color on my boxes. Makes it a little bit more brighter in the yard, and also I think it helps the bees too to figure out which box is theirs. So there's no real science behind it. But that's just how I do things. Like I said, there's a lot of people that do a lot of things a lot of different ways. In fact, if you go talk to beekeepers, if you talk to 10 different beekeepers about how do they take and paint their boxes, I guarantee you'll end up with 15 different answers. That's not exaggeration. Everybody has their own way of doing things. Personally, this is my way of doing things, and I can't say that I've been successful, but I'm not doing bad at it, I don't think. I call myself a lazy beekeeper at times because, well, up until my dad passing, I didn't have a lot of time to devote to it. Now I'm starting to pick up a little bit more time and can go through my hives a little bit more, even though I got a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old that take up a lot of my time too. So between family, church, and other obligations, I still don't have a lot of time. But I've been able to prioritize a little bit more. Thing is, and this is maybe a very hard holiday for me. We're approaching Father's Day, and this will be the first year without my dad, and that's kind of got me down a little bit. I know Mr. Randy McAfee, the dirt rooster, his dad has not been doing too well. So hang in there, brother. I would say it gets easier, but it doesn't. Yeah. Anyway. So I'll show y'all when I get done here the end result. Get this one finished up. Alright, so there we have it. One finished box. All I gotta do is kind of wipe the glue down. Make sure I don't have any major runs. It's already dried there, but just make sure I don't have any major runs that's going to cause me any problems later. One thing I do like to do as well is on these ends, I'll come back and dab a little glue along the joint on each one of them, just to try to seal that off a little bit, because you gotta remember, these things are going to be out in the weather. The only thing that's going to be protecting them is a coat of paint, unless you've got them up underneath a shed like I've seen Mr. Ed do on some of his boxes. So I just like to, like I said, dab a little bit of extra glue just to try to seal those joints up a little bit more. Alright, so there we have it. One finished box, just in need of paint. So I'm not sure how well the audio is coming through. Hopefully I'll be able to edit this out a little bit. But I wanted to share with y'all a thought that it was part of my devotion that I read the other day, and I just wanted to share it with you. It comes from Genesis 2:16 and 17. From any tree of the garden you may eat freely, but from the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for in the day that you eat from it you will surely die. So here's kind of the thought that kind of went along with this, and I just felt like it kind of touched me and wanted to share it with everybody. So so often we're tempted to just jump to the bad parts of things. We read this verse and we're tempted to jump to the bad part of, well, they ate the fruit and they got kicked out of the garden. But, God provides, just like He does with the bees and everything. He provides for all of us. And you got to take another look at this and think about it in this aspect. Yes, God kicked them out of the garden for eating the one fruit that He said not to eat. But what about all the fruit that they had to eat? almonds, apricots, avocados, cashews, cherries, coconuts, dates, oranges, limes, figs, mangoes, nectarine, olives, peaches, pears, pecans, persimmons, plums, pomegranates, walnuts, apples, pears. You know, there's tons of fruit that they had to eat. God said, don't eat of this one. And what did they do? They couldn't help it. They were human. They did it. All too often, we see all the good things that we get, but we're drawn to that one thing that's not good for us. And it's not necessarily that we're doing it out of malice, it's that it's human nature. But just, if you take and read that scripture, focus on what is there that they had that they could eat. All the things that God gives us that we do have. Not just the one or two things that we don't. And that's what whether it be money, success, cars, airplanes, jobs, whatever. Those things are great to want, but God's providing for us. May not be the most fabulous lifestyle. We're not going to be on the lifestyles of the rich and famous, and I know there's probably a few people that don't even know what that show was. I guess I'm showing my age there, but it doesn't matter. We're always provided for, just the same way that God provided for Adam and Eve, but we've got to make the right decisions to do what God says. So, hope you get something out of this, and God bless, and we'll get back to the rest of the video.